Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Leela Web Dev. Today we will dive into the another important concept, that is HTTP status code. So we will be having some mysterious numbers that tell clients what happened to their web requests. So normally we'll have whenever you're trying to make a request. So from the server you'll be getting some response with a status code, some mysterious number you'll be able to get it. So whether you are a beginner or a seasoned developer, understanding these codes is crucial for building the web apps. So let's break it down step by step. So before that, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and ring the bell for more technical tutorials like this. So let's try to understand about this status code. So let's try to go about this one. Yeah. So what are HTTP status codes? So what exactly are HTTP status codes? They are just numbers. Okay, so normally like 200, 404 or 500, something like that a server sends back to a client to explain what happened with the request. So whether it has been succeeded or whether it has to be redirected, these codes are the server's way of communicating the outcome. Here is the key. So status codes are only used for the responses, not in the request. You use HTTP methods like get or post in the request, but status codes or for the server's reply. They range from 100 to 500. What I want to say is 100 to 599 only. But not every number is assigned. They are grouped into 5 categories based on their purpose. So let's try to see about the ranges. So let's explore the 5 ranges of HTTP status codes and what they mean. So each range starts at a 100 mark, 100, 200 and 300 and so on, and serves a specific purpose. So these are the 5 things. So 100 to 199, 200 to 199, 300 to 399 redirection, 400 to 499 client errors, and 500 to 599 is the server errors. Let's try to see. So first one is the 100 range. So these ranges from 100 to 199. The 100 range is for informational responses. These tell the client that the server received the request and it is processing it. For example, 100 continue means the server got the initial part of the request and it is ready for more response. And only a few codes like 100, 101, 102 are defined here, and they are rarely used in everybody apps. So that is the main thing. So 100 means continue, 101 means switching the protocols, server changing protocols as requested. 102 means server processing the request, no response yet. Rarely used in the everyday applications. So next one is the 200 to 200 range response. So these are normally 200 ranges for successful responses. Everything worked perfectly like that. If the client requested work and you send a code from this range, the most common is 200 okay, which means everything went perfectly, but you can be more specific, like 201 created. So that means new resource has been created successfully, like a post or image was created, or 204 no content. So that means when the request got succeeded, but there is nothing to return. So that is the thing. Next one is the 300 range redirection. The 300 range handles redirection. These tell the client to go somewhere else. A key example is 301 moved permanently. So used when a resource has a new URL, like when you changed your domain from example.1.com to example.org, something like that. These code tells browser and search engines to update their links. So we will dive deep into this 301 later. So just I want to tell you about this one. So 301 means moved permanently, 302 means temporary redirection, 307 means temporary redirection, same method for new location. So next one comes the 400 range client errors. So here the 400 range is for client errors. When the client messed up, think 400 bad request is for invalid data, 401 is for unauthorized missing login credentials, and 403 is forbidden, that means access is restricted access, or the famous 404 not found is resource doesn't exist. So these codes help pinpoint what the client did wrong. So the last one comes in the 500 range server errors. Finally, the 500 range is for server errors. When the server fails, not the client, 500 internal server is the most common, meaning something unexpected broke onto the server, like a database crash or something like that. These tell client their request was fine, but the server couldn't able to handle it. So that is the main thing. So why we need to stick to the standard codes? Why we need to use the standard codes? You could create custom codes, but it is a bad idea. Sticking to the HTTP specifications ensures compatibility with the browsers, search engines, and also other developers. Using the right code in the right range, like 200 for success or 400 for client errors, make your app predictable and easier to debug. So that is what I want to explain you. So next one is the deep dive. So here client sends a large request header includes expect 100 continue header. Server evaluates the header, deciding if willing to process. Server sends 100 continue. Client can proceed with the request body. So like this, you can send it with the 100 continue. So T100 OK means 200 status code, standard success response. Common method you will be using it is the resource retrieved successfully, request processed successfully. Alternate method. So 201 means client sends a post request, creates a new resource, server processes the request, and server returns the 201. 204 means no content, client sends a delete request, servers process the deletion, server returns 204. 301 mood permanent, client requests old URL, server returns 301 to location header, client follows the redirection. 301 redirect SEO benefits, link equity transfer, search engine updates, and also the user experience. So 400 bad request means, so here the client invalid, the 400 bad request is for invalid client input like malformed URL. 401 unauthorized means the client needs to log in. 403, so these are the things which is useful. Okay, so here you understood about this one. So these all the things are normal. 403 forbidden means, so authentication known, something like this one. So forbidden access, something like that. 401 you already know about this one. And find internal servers, catch for server side issues like database thing and all those things. Security consideration, use for 404 for hidden. These all things are normal thing. Why descriptive codes matter? So team collaboration clarifies responsibility between the front end and back end, saves debugging time, reduces the confusion. API reliability makes your application professional and predictable. Better developer experience and easier integration. So if you want to know more about the full list of this one means, you can go for INA registry and search for this one MDN web docs also on the Wikipedia also. You can able to see these all the status code details. So that is what I want to explain you. So next what we'll try to do it is, we'll try to run our first web server. We'll try to create it with the Node.js HTML module, and we'll try to do about this one all. So hope you understood about this concept. Thanks for watching. If you have learned something new, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments which status code you use the most. Subscribe for more coding tutorials. I will see you in the next one. Bye.